think independents are going to cast their ballots in these Democratic primaries. They say, independents, they don't vote until the general election. And then that night, you'd have independents coming out saying, I'm not going to sit this one out. This is too important. This is important for my children, for my grandchildren. I've got to get involved now. And then, here's the strangest thing. I saw Republicans at my rallies. I know this because they whisper to me. As I'm shaking hands, they say, Barack, I'm a Republican. And I support you. And I'll say, thank you. I only whisper. And I told the pundits, I think these Republicans, they might come out to the Democratic caucus. And, come on, that's crazy. And that night, they weren't whispering. They'd yell at me across the room, Barack, I'm a Republican. And I switched my registration because I believe the country's on the wrong course. Yeah! Put us back on track. So everywhere we go, we've been seeing these enormous crowds, this enormous enthusiasm. Turnout has doubled in every single state that we've been campaigning. Now, I would like to take all the credit for this, but I have to admit that part of it has to do with the fact that all these folks all across America know that we are going to go into November and choose the next president of the United States, and no matter what else happens, the name George W. Bush will not be on the ballot. The name of my cousin, Dick Cheney, will not be on the ballot. That was really embarrassing when that news came out. You know, when they do these genealogical surveys, you're hoping you're related to somebody cool. Dick Cheney, that's a letdown. Anyway, his name will not be on the ballot, which means the era of Scooter Libby justice and Brownie incompetence and Paul Rove politics will finally be over. And you know, that's not the only reason you're here tonight. That's not why we filled up this arena. You're here because you're here because you don't want to just be against something. You want to be for something.
Right.
The country is tired of being divided. We want to come together and do big things. And I know this because I've been in a conversation with the American people over the last year. And they're anxious about our future. They want to feel like we can still get things done. You know, I've met all across this country workers who put 20, 30 years of their lives into a product, making shareholders wealthy, only to suddenly have the job get shipped overseas, the rug pulled out from under them. They lose their health care, they lose their pensions, and they're left trying to figure out how to make ends meet on a $7 an hour job at the local fast food joint. All across this country, I meet teachers who have to work a second job just to make ends meet, or have to dig into their own pockets to buy school supplies because the schools are underfunded. All across the country, everywhere I go, I meet young people who have the grades, the desire, the will to go to college, but don't have the money. And if they borrow money, they end up with $20,000, $30,000, $40,000 worth of debt. So the young people have a mortgage. They're already already in the hole before they even started their career. All across the country, I meet veterans of Iraq and Afghanistan who are proud of their service, and rightfully so, because they have done everything that has been asked of them. They have performed magnificently.
Yes.
But they don't understand how it is that so many of their buddies are still in Iraq. They question the wisdom of a mission that has cost us so dearly in blood and in treasure. Sometimes I meet veterans who are homeless or who are disabled, who ask themselves how it is that the country could have forgotten their service to this country so quickly. And sometimes in rope lines after rallies like this one, I have to hug mothers who weep silently over the memory of a fallen son or daughter. All across this country, I talk to patriots, people who are proud of this country, love their country, but they wonder how it is that our standing in the world has been diminished so quickly. They are ashamed about the brave. They're ashamed of Guantanamo. They're ashamed that our civil liberties are being undermined in this country.
Yeah.
They don't understand how we could have a debate about whether or not we torture. They love their country, but they want their cherished values and our ideals restored. And so the American people, I know they want change. I know they want a government that is competent, that is listening to the American people, that understands that government may not be able to solve every problem, but it can at least help to knock down some of the barriers so that if you're able and willing to work, you should be able to find a job that pays a living wage. You shouldn't be bankrupt when you get sick. You should be able to go to college